Hey guys, welcome to the Big Talk with Austin. I'm your host, Austin. I am joined by Carson, my co-host, and we talk about movies. We talk about movie news, the Hollywood news, and we do this every month. And we talk about some video game stuff too. A lot of interesting stuff to talk about, and somewhat a new setup. That's the only thing that you guys are getting for a bit. Gonna work, still a work in progress. Also a new setup for you. You finally moved out from the streets. No, no.
The streets.
Yeah.
Why do you say movies? I love it. I don't know. What would you consider? Is that how you would describe it?
Well, yeah, pretty much. That's how Chandler is. Chandler's just garbage. But yeah, so
Chandler
guys,
is a great city, everybody. I
no,
serve on the city board. I promise. It's a great city.
guys, go check out Dubby. Link in the description to their website. Use code A Crawford 05. You get 25% discount on anything that you buy. And it supports the channel, it supports a smaller company. But and like right now I'm trying the dragon fruit strawberry lemonade. It's actually not
That
bad.
sounds really good.
Yeah.
No, that sounds great.
But I'm not drinking that now because it's like 10 p.m. Too much caffeine. They're energy drinks, so if you guys, it's what gets these videos done. But right now I'm going to use my Beetlejuice cup with some other lemonade in it, like Crystal Light. So it's going to sit
Wait,
there.
what was that? Can you say that three times for me?
Crystal Light,
No, no, no.
Beetlejuice. Oh, yeah. Where's Michael Keane? He should be here. But yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
good.
Everybody, we have fun. You have to admit, we like to have fun on this. So,
Yeah, we like we,
I
we
got to
like
give it.
we like cringe fun, not good fun. But yeah, it's gonna be sitting here in the background. It's just a reminder for you guys to go buy it. Go spend $100 or something. I don't know. You take your parents' credit cards. That works too. So
Do not do that. Do not do that.
instead of buying V-Bucks, buy Dubby and annoy your parents that you're always energized. So, but yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about. I don't know how to do these intros anymore. Trying to, and I'm trying to do notes in a different way, and it's taking forever to pull up. But a lot of interesting stuff happened over this month, and we got one topic that happened last month that that I forgot to add in. That it's kind of important to talk about it a little bit, but. So we're going to talk about James Earl Jones as his first topic. A lot
Mm,
of why are we talking about sad stuff all the time? For like the past 3 months, we've talked about like nothing but terrible things. And so, well, at least this is more natural. The other ones were just man-made causes. So this one, he recently passed away earlier this month at the age of 93. Just natural causes, and unless he was secretly doing drugs in the background, I don't know.
no, no, no. Well, first and foremost, I think the thing that we always have to recognize when we talk about topics that are a little bit, more difficult, um, unfortunately, that is, part of the news that happens. One thing I will say is, based on James Earl Jones's life and his cinematography, his talent, you could just tell it was somebody who wanted to share the talents that he had with the world. And so for me, I think this is a great way to honor a late actor, but also talk about all the things that he contributed, and in some cases, things people didn't even know that he was in or famous for.
Yeah.
So I think for me, this is a great opportunity where everything's perspective. We can always have the perspective of even in a sad situation or scenario, how can we kind of flip it to look at it from a good perspective, or try to at
Well,
least. So
the good perspective is that Disney can't ever abuse him ever again, except for AI wise.
no. No, I
So
hope
that
they don't do that. I really
they
hope
no,
they don't.
he signed away his voice rights. They can use him digitally, voice
Oh,
wise, for Darth
see,
Vader.
I didn't see that. However, if they use it for Darth Vader, I mean,
That's fine. Like you can
that's
never
like such an iconic role.
you
Yeah.
can't recast
So,
Darth Vader because even in the animated stuff, he voiced Darth Vader. I don't think
yeah,
anyone else has ever played Darth Vader besides the guy in the suits when like at least in the original trilogy. And X, I'm pretty sure there was a different guy for Rogue One, and X of course Hayden Christensen and the prequels and X the Kenobi show. But no, that was like that's that one I'm fine with when it comes to AI wise, but mostly digitally bringing someone back to life is a no-no. Like this isn't one of the topics, but like Disney's being sued for using what's his name in Rogue One, bringing him back to life with digital facing. At least from this third company. It's a messy situation. That's why I didn't put it on this list because I just don't care enough to talk about.
well,
But I
they brought
brought
back Princess Leia. That was weird.
yeah, but that
Mm.
was before she died. I think they had some stuff filmed. Well, they took scenes from Force Awakens and put it in Rise of Skywalker. And next there was one scene that was digitally aged. But besides
Still weird.
that, still weird.
Still very weird.
Still
Yeah,
weird.
I'm not a big fan. So,
I mean,
um,
that's the world that we live in, and that's a battle that we're fighting right now. But James Earl Jones' voice as Darth Vader is just the one exception. So I don't know. I don't know what else to really talk about this besides we have like an interesting thing to I guess tribute to James Earl Jones. We're gonna rank our favorite three top films that he was in. Mine were pretty simple. I mean,
well,
like
I'm excited. Let's hear 'em.
they're pretty very well known. Um, and these are not in any particular order, but Empire Strikes Back because that's just where Darth Vader really shined, and The Sandlot. He had a little role in The Sandlot, which was nice. And next, Coming to America, which was a very fun movie. So those are my three. Unless you have more.
No, I agree with the Sandlot. I love the Sand. That is such a great movie. There's one. It's not a movie. It's a video. And I just had to go look at it. He reads the Bible, the King James version of the Bible. Imagine
Oh
Darth
yes,
Vader reading the Bible. How cool is that? I just love that.
I seen a video of a guy talking about that. That's kind of funny.
I would definitely put that in
Was
the
he
top.
religious? Was James Earl Jones religious?
I don't know. However, I think of it kind of like David Attleborough, I think is how you say his name when he does like the narration.
Yeah.
Who knows if he was just narrating? And then the last one that I have that I thought was hilarious and I laughed. Not hilarious. It's just good. Is the Lion King from
Yes.
Mufasa? I mean,
That was like my
you just
four. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's Mufasa. I mean, come on now. I
Yeah.
now you could say, well, he wasn't actually like technically a person in it. You know what I mean?
But
But
it's voice
he's
acting.
so good.
It's still
Yeah, he's
voice
so
acting.
talented.
Voice acting for animations take a little bit more work because you have to express yourself through your own voice. And, sometimes you also have to put like a little bit of change in it. So you're not just literally
100%.
putting your own voice out there. So
And he's been in so many movies. If you don't have a chance to see, um, don't take our word for the top four or three, excuse me. That's just from our opinion. But if you go take a look at it, like I said, his cinematography, I mean, you're talking, I think, over 150 or 160.
he's a man that always worked.
That
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want him in your stuff. He's so good. So,
Well, I mean, yeah,
um,
even if it's terrible, like Coming to America too, it you want him in there because then
you
he's the
know,
right spot.
sometimes you use the people that you know. So I don't blame them. I don't blame actors for going and doing numerous
No, well,
movies,
no,
even if
it's
they're not
paid.
good.
They're paychecks at the end of the day, but it do, bad bad products can ruin your reputation in Hollywood. So that's just a thing. Um, and
Yeah.
like and now we have like Mufasa, like the Mufasa prequel coming out. this year, which is kind of weird as well when he just passed away. And now it wasn't planned. Like, God, we're gonna release this movie the year because we know that he's gonna die this year. But
No, I think they
it's
were just Disney's just trying to milk movies.
no, yeah,
We don't have anything to talk about. We need to, talk about this. And you're like, money.
money.
Money is
I'm
a strong motivator.
for one about that movie, it's not gonna make $1 billion. I it probably make more than
No.
500, maybe set could maybe make more than 700, but because it's you're not going to have the same amount of people going for it because a lot of people did not like the 2019 one, even though it made $1 billion. That's just because people that don't use their brains kept on going seeing it. But you guys use your brains. The ones that are watching this video, you guys are cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
but
agree.
it would have if it was a true animation film, a prequel to the true animation that we got from when was that? When did that first one come out? 19
Oh gosh, yeah.
1997 or around there. Um, then you would have more people excited. But no, we got to go remakes live action. It's different.
Everybody
Um,
loves remakes in live action.
well, I mean, Disney is tackling really, even before these live action remakes, Disney's been known for remaking them because they just take old things and just remake them like Snow White, um, Cinderella, because those are not properties that they owned originally. They just remade
Yeah.
it and told a story. And those are the properties that they're very, very well known for. And so, but yeah, let us know your guys' thoughts on James Earl Jones' death. Are you sad? Are you not? I don't know. If you're not sad, what's wrong with you?
Well,
But
maybe not let us know that because I really don't want to know that. That would be horrible. Maybe let us know your favorite movies instead.
yeah, that
Favorite movies, favorite moments,
favorite James Earl Jones movie. Let us know in the comment section below. Moving on
movies and
to
moments.
other news, Star Wars news, which a lot of these ex
Wah, wah.
upcoming Star Wars Star Wars: A New Jedi, which is the Rey movie, Episode 10, is put on hold. And when I first saw this, like, of course, I gotta go read the comment sections because I'm just so
Oh
curious
gosh.
to hear what people say. And it's just such a what's the word I'm looking for? Ignorant place. The comic section, at least not on here a lot of the times. But the comment sections on other things are people are just very ignorant and they want to point fingers at one another. And that one of the things I saw is like, what Star Wars fans ask for this, and next when they get it and they hate it. And it's like we don't hate things for the sake of it. We don't like it because it was not what it was something that we wanted, but was not pulled off in the way that we
Hmm.
wanted it. And people, and now these days, you just cannot have an opinion on the internet. You just simply can't.
I
And
mean, it depends what the opinion is, right?
well, that too.
Uh,
But when you go into like, it's fine to have debates. It's fine to disagree. That's not the argument I'm having. But then when you go and blame people for the reason something fails, then that's the problem I have. And next, when you dive into racism and you call people sexist, and it's like, okay, now what are we really arguing about? Or like this, it's ignorance. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense, and those people should shut up and get off the internet.
so
And so,
so interesting fun fact, and I thought this was weird. So I looked and apparently I don't know how true this is, but I'm curious to know if this is like, similar. So apparently Star Wars and Hasbro are having issues too, with the fact that they're like bumping heads about
boys,
like, yeah, part of me wonders if that's going to be
well,
potentially something that happens.
doesn't Hasbro make the Acolyte stuff? And guess what? None of the Acolyte merch is selling.
Wait, you don't want acolyte stuff? What?
No. Why would I why would I want that garbage? I don't want that in my background. Unless I have two different backgrounds where I talk about stuff I hate, and that would be in the background. And so, but
I just want to point out to you, I think acolyte stuff is so cool. I want a stranger helmet. that's made of cortosis.
An actual Contortus helmet that
Yes.
that actually works.
So then people can punch me in the head and nothing will happen.
Well, just wear a normal helmet. You don't
No,
need,
it has to be cortosis. It
but yeah.
just needs to be.
And it just piles more onto the Star Wars Disney drama, and it's not, and it's like criticizing is good. And so whenever something, and this is might be, and who knows, this is also just a rumor. I need to point that out. This is also just a rumor, and nothing might not even going on at all. But this article points out, saying reports early this year suggests that Daisy Ridley's lead film Star Wars: A New Jedi Order, the one set years after the event of Rise of Skywalker, could film as early as this month. That is not happening. Uh, in fact, Daniel RPK, who's I guess a very well-known source, is reporting that the film has been more work to be done
Ugh,
and is now on hold at Lucasfilm, with the earliest it will be able to shoot being sometime well into next year, if that. The film,
that's so unfortunate.
yeah. The film's writer, Stephen Knight, has reportedly been trying to crack the script for well over a year, and final draft still hasn't been submitted to Lucasfilm. At least four drafts have been apparently been submitted, with Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy offering numerous notes. And it continues on saying Knight is about to get very busy directing the Peaky Blinders. I guess that's a movie that he's working on. I haven't heard of it. Movie, so it's not clear how much more work he'll be doing on the Star Wars script. And X just kind of just continues on saying that the director, the Sherman, however you say her name, the documentary filmmaker that was signed to
Oh,
direct it.
do you do you find it interesting, as I was thinking through, do you find it interesting that Kathleen Kennedy's giving notes on anything?
Yeah, I thought she just proves everything, but I guess not. Only I don't know. I haven't liked Kathleen Kennedy in a while. I just don't think she's no. I don't think she knows how to run a studio. She might be a good producer, but but trying to be a producer while running a studio is too much for everyone to juggle. And that's why at DC there's two people. There's James Gunn, and next there's what's the other guy's name? I can't remember the other guy's name. But there's two different people. There's the one that's
Yeah,
running the creative side, and next there's one running the business side. And that Kathleen Kennedy is trying to do both, and it doesn't work because then
I
stuff
don't
like,
know why they just don't have her go away. So
well, she
why
wants.
doesn't she go?
I saw something where she is like wanting to leave in the next year. I saw something like that, but that's after the
Oh, no
fact.
way. Why would
uh,
she leave?
I don't know, because she's not making any money. But like, but it doesn't matter when she
She's
leaves, because the next three projects, even if this one is still comes out, is all going to have her name on it because she was involved producing it.
yeah,
So the likely of them being good is very low.
yeah.
The only two I see having potentially being good, and one of these is a topic that we'll talk about soon, is the Mandalorian movie, which is directed by John Favreau, which
Which not surprising.
he's amazing director and writer. Unfortunately, besides season Mandalorian season three. And next, the Mangle movie, that's supposed to be a prequel, like the first Jedi or whatever.
Yeah, it will be. I'm gonna hold, my thoughts on that one because I don't know. That one
I,
I'm interested to see how that turns out.
yeah, I
But
mean, it's something actually different, and it'll be curious to see how people react to that one, if it's good or
which
bad.
which it's interesting that you kind of talked about it because it actually leads into the next topic.
Yeah,
But
so let us know about your guys' thoughts on Star. Again, just a rumor. Let us know your guys' thoughts on the new Jedi Order being on hold. I don't even think they should do it in general because no one likes the Rey character, unfortunately.
for Ray,
Even if I mean, like there's people out there that do like her, but the majority of the fan base doesn't. And so, and that's where you know how the business works. If people are not going to go out and support something, why make it? That's the reason why Act Like Season 2 did not happen. No one supported it besides a small group of people. Got to point that out because someone's going to be like, actually, I support it. I like it. A small group of people, but they're not going to spend hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars for just you to so you can be happy. It's not going to
I'm
happen because it's the money loss. And there's a report that came out saying that it was actually more money to make the acolyte. It actually costs like this is a report, and now this is just a rumor too. But there was a report going around saying it actually cost $230 million to make it. If that is true, where did the money go? Literally not into the writing, and that's where Lucasfilm needs to figure out where
Mhm.
that they need to figure
Well,
out how to write something better. And maybe that's what they're doing with the
well,
Jedi Order movie is to really knock it out of the park and make you like Rey instead of
I
taking
hope
this. It's,
they rewrite something. But no, let us know your thoughts and comments. I want to lead this next one if that's okay, because I'm very excited about it.
okay.
So according to a source, and by a source, BBC, apparently the Mandalorian and Grogu movie may be the end for Mandalorian and Grogu. So
Yes. Also a
there's,
rumor. This is also just a rumor. But one of my worries about after the movie is that that it was only like a setup for season 4, which this source kind of confirms that there was thoughts of doing a season 4 after the Mandalorian movie, which I would
I don't
not
know
like
why.
because it's like
Yeah.
you're just doing it to promote Disney Plus at that point, and it's weak and stupid, and you would have a lot of people upset. Now, that doesn't mean that this would be the end for them in general, that maybe they'll continue doing their own movies. I mean, like we know that they're going to show up in Dave Filoni's movie for like the conclusion of the time period to set up the First Order.
So
Or they could show up in other TV shows, but like being the main focus is probably what this source is talking about.
so I have a few thoughts on this. So first and foremost, it's getting to be where do we allow the Mandalorian and Grogu continue? As I feel like the last season the story was much weaker.
It was.
People will argue, "Blah, blah, blah, it's the best Star Wars show, whatever, blah." I think arguing to say it's the best Star Wars show when the comparison that we compare it to is not good. That's like me saying that the worst food is better than garbage. Okay, well
Yeah, that's not a hard
that is
debate.
yeah, that's not like
Uh,
it's not like we're talking like
It's like Last of Us is better
everybody's,
than Borderlands.
yeah,
It's not really hard to
yeah,
say.
exactly. Yeah. Oh gosh. Uh-oh. I feel like there's gonna be more to that in this. But
Yeah.
so it's just difficult because I want Disney Plus to be, successful because I think that Disney has the funds to make lots of things. So
I
them being
mean,
successful can be good, but when they're ruining it and making it not good, I will say, just a side note, I've been
mm,
watching Agatha all along. I don't love it. I
I've
don't
only
hate
seen
it.
the first few minutes of the first episode.
It's okay.
I have not gone back to it.
I I think that there's potential, is what I'll say. And so
I mean,
yeah, I just
Marvel's living off the hype of Deadpool, so I think they're fine at the moment. We'll have to wait and see how Captain America 4 is to see the downfall of
I
Marvel.
think I think it's going to be pretty good. Genuinely, I'm giving it a good. Um, and there's also a topic where I'll be talking about later that I'm very excited for,
Yeah.
actually. But yeah, no, I definitely think as we continue to look at the different things, I think that Mandalorian and Grogu have a lot to offer. However, I think they've lived their lifespan, and at this
Yeah.
point, it would just
Well,
be
you can
retread, retread, retread.
you know that the lifespan is not very long after just looking over season 3 alone. After they did season 2,
Yeah.
they did not know what to do. So then they could decide to take the Book of Boba Fett and make that Mandalorian season 2.5 instead of making that the Boba Fett show. and resolving the whole Grogu and Luke thing in there, and next Grogu just reappearing in season 3 of The Mandalorian out of nowhere,
I
which
do
was
want to
the
say though,
most dumbest decision ever in any form of making shows or anything. It was so stupid. Like I understand like crossovers. That's like you can have crossovers, but taking
sure.
a big subplot from a different show and resolving it in another show is a dumb idea.
Yeah, I just think it wasn't. I don't think it was very honoring to the character of Boba Fett or the actor Temu
Yeah,
Morrison, excuse
how do
me.
you say? But
Uh,
it makes season 2 and 1 pointless because the whole
yeah,
point was to give up Grogu to the Jedi so he can be trained to become a Jedi. Now I understand if you want to bring Grogu back at some point, do it in more of a better way instead of just wrapping it up in 2 episodes and making the whole entire series feel pointless. So, and next having Jack Black and whoever else in it.
and it's Tumara, I believe is how you say his name. My apologies. I wanted to make sure I said it right.
Yeah.
Um,
But
yeah,
I mean, I like the Mandalorian character. I love Pedro Pascal. I think he's a fantastic actor. I mean, he just was in The Wild Robot as like as a fox. I think he did a great job in that. I think he's an actor finally getting his upcomings, and it's time for him to go off and do because he's not even in the suit anymore. He's just doing the voice work. He hasn't been in the suit
yeah, but I
since
mean,
season
he's a little
2.
bit older, right?
That too,
So
yeah. I mean, like he's like 40, isn't he? He's not that old. I think
who?
he's Pedro Pascal. He's like
Well,
40.
I mean, yeah, but if you don't want to be in the suit,
Well, no.
it's a role where you don't have to be.
I don't think that was his decision. I think that was a Disney choice to save more money.
Not surprising.
So, but yeah, let us know your guys' thoughts on this whole entire
Yeah.
matter. Are you guys looking forward to the Mandalorian movie, Grogu movie? I think it could be interesting. I just don't know what they're gonna make it about. Maybe they'll if this is the last time that we'll see these characters, at least as the main focus, what they're doing is probably taking the season 4 story and putting that as the movie. That's probably what they're
See,
doing.
I'm interested to see how that works.
Yeah. And I'm curious to see how well it's going to do at the box office when you're taking a TV show character and put it on the big screen. I don't know if it's going to have that big box office numbers, maybe $500 million if it's good. If it's good. So, which is
I
fine.
think they'll do
Like
okay.
if it's in a reasonable budget range, like $100 million, that's great. Like that, and that's the one thing that I think studios are learning from this year. Like a lot of movies are making their money back because the budget is in reasonable places. Now there is some that are flopping because those were like leftovers of the studios being stupid. But there's like you had
It's the tax write-off.
yeah, practically. You had Long Legs with a $10 million budget making over like $100 million at the box office. You had
That's crazy.
Twisters making its money back with $150 million budget. You had Deadpool Wolverine with that was I think that had a big budget still.
It's got to be like 250, two hundred
I
fifty million. It got it. It
I
has
think it
to.
was like 200 million. Um there was another film, I can't remember it was a film I really liked a lot too that made its money back too because it was a very low budget. But my point being, there's certain films that should not be 200. If you're not an Avenger movie, no reason for you to be 200 million. Like one of the most outrageous like prices for a film were Fast X and Pirates of the Caribbean's 4. And guess what? Both of them bombed because they're out of their budget range. They cost way too much to make. Oh, Beetlejuice. That was another film I was thinking. I don't know why I was blanking on that. Beetlejuice 2.
I'm seeing.
$100 million on that film. And they already made their budget back off of 3 weeks.
Yeah, wow. Some of these are not very like profitable.
What are you looking at?
Huh. No, I was looking to see different budgets that you were mentioning.
Oh,
So
you're like
Deadpool
you're
and Wolverine was 200 mil.
Yeah, which is reasonable, I think. Yeah, you had two big name actor stars next to a lot of special effects work. But Yeah. So let us know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Moving on to other news. Speaking of TV shows, Star Wars shows are going to be reduced. I think this one's a rumor too. I don't think this has been confirmed yet.
It should be confirmed.
Was it confirmed? Okay.
Oh, no, no,
Um,
no. I mean, it should be confirmed
it
because
should
this
be.
is logical.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Star Wars shows are going to be reduced to one show a year. I wouldn't mind two Star Wars shows a year. I wouldn't mind that one show or two shows a year, but three to four, ridiculous. I mean, like we're starting to see that with Marvel too. I think they're starting to reduce their shows to that. They actually confirmed theirs. Like they're what they were going to do. They're going to do three movies a year and next one show or two movies or like however they feel like the balance. I think that's how they go with it. So hopefully this starts also so if this is the case, then hopefully that gives more free time in the writer room to not rush things and not get an acolyte season, a situation where you hire writers that don't know anything about Star Wars. That was actually confirmed, where the people that worked on the acolyte never seen anything about Star Wars. And they're like, oh, we're gonna do this, and it's like,
Which is weird because they had a few things from Expanded Universe.
yeah.
Uh, so if you want to see writers that know about Star Wars, go watch Rebuild the Universe, Star Wars, the Lego movie, the Lego TV
Oh, the
show,
the Jar Jar thing that came out.
Rebuild the Galaxy. Amazing. It was 4 parts, 25 minutes. Lisa going to hurt you. It was so good. It was so good.
I didn't
It
know that
was.
came out. I don't
It did.
follow. I don't follow a lot of streaming stuff. I'm more of a theatrical person. So
You got to go watch it. It's on Disney Plus, and it was excellent. And I chuckled. Maybe I just have a humor of a 5-year-old child, but I thought it was good. It was
I
very
mean,
good.
it's probably better than that Acolyte. And it's not hard to be better than that. So even like even like old crappy Disney movies that are straight to DVD are probably better than most stuff now these days. That's what streaming
Hmm.
is. Streaming is straight to DVD. That's just the new
Yeah.
format. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know your guys' thoughts on this. If this is a good idea, if this is a terrible idea, if that could lack, because like I mean, like we still have 2 years until the next Star Wars movie comes out in theaters. Like that's where Star Wars belongs is on the big screen. Um, but I don't know. Maybe that will lack in storytelling if they go down to one. I don't know. We'll have to see it when that happens. But let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah. Curious.
Now, this next topic, um, this is I'm not too, so this one's a lot of rumor topics in this episode, but this one I don't. I hope it's not true. We don't know much about it still, but
I
I
think it
hope
would be
it's
good.
not with not. It's supposed to be with Tom. So Spider-Man 4 ideally ditch. I don't even think this idea was even confirmed, but there was talks the original I guess the original version was Spider-Man 4 was going to team up with Daredevil, but they ditched that for a Venom team up, and it's talking about Tom Hardy's Venom, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't like Tom Hardy's Venom. I
But then
hate
it's
it.
Tom's. It's the Tom and the Tom.
Just call it
That's great.
just have them do a different team up movie together. Then you can do that. That doesn't I don't need Spider-Man and they're enemies. They need to fight one another and not be. They probably do team up in the comics for a bit, but
I mean, there's so much potential for story though. Um, I don't
but
know. We'll see. I know that.
I like the Daredevil idea better. Because I like things. See with Spider-Man No Way Home, they were setting up Spider-Man to finally be grounded and be his own person. He was now
Yeah.
he left the Tony Stark, shadow. No one remembers him and no one knows who he is. So now we get to actually get a somewhat true it's not like the other three films were not a true Spider-Man
Sure.
movie, but this would be more grounded true Spider-Man. And doing global, global like disasters with Spider-Man again after doing it three times already. It would be redundant. Am I using that word right? Redundant?
Yeah,
Okay.
redundant's a good word to use. I mean, here's the thing. You team up movies have been more popular right? Like that is a winning combination, at least from the perspective of studios. Like you think about like Batman Superman was actually pretty good. Everybody goes, like, I hate that movie. I thought it was pretty good, right?
The Zack Snyder one.
You think about, yeah, I actually liked it. I know, sue me. Um, I also thought that that obviously the Avenger movies were great. Deadpool, I didn't see, but obviously was very successful. Team up movies are really successful. And so, you take somebody like Tom Hardy and mix him with somebody like Tom Holland, they're looking at numbers, right? How much money can we make? And they would make a lot of money. So I'm interested to see what they do.
I don't see this next Venom movie making money though. I don't. Because the Sony verse has just been in a terrible state for one. But I don't because it's a very small fan base that do like those movies. And
Sure.
next if I guarantee if I look at the box office, I don't think the second one made more than the first one. Let me look. Um but personally, that's coming from me that isn't a big fan of this. I don't mind the first one. I think the first one's okay, but the second one,
Sure.
you bring in Carnage, one of the most violent creatures and characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and you put him in a PG-13 movie. And actually, you have Craven coming out later this year. That's rated R. That's what gets on my nerves. So,
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, sometimes the idea is to remove ourselves from getting too fixated on a previous iteration and focus on the potential. So I don't know. I'm excited. And actually,
okay, get this. Yes, I was right. So the first Venom movie made $856 million. And next, the second one made 500. So they drastically lost money
yeah,
from,
but I don't. When did they both release? Wasn't the first one pre-COVID and the second one was post-COVID?
I think so.
That has to play into it too.
But that was
I'm
co
not
but
saying that the
that but
second
that
one was
was
good.
that was like 3 years after COVID though. Like because the
Yeah,
second one
I,
came out 2000.
I still don't think movies have recovered. I still don't. People are lazy. They just want to watch. Sorry,
Well, I
not
agree.
everybody's
I
lazy.
agree.
People just want to be at home.
I agree and I disagree because there's movies that made a lot of money pre post COVID. And so Venom 2 came out in 2021. So a year or so after COVID. Um but there's but that's the but then a year later was it or was it a year before? When did Spider-Man come out? That was
Oh gosh,
that was
20
after
was that
Venom 2.
2022?
I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was.
But like there's movies that made a buckload of money after COVID. But I do agree, I do disagree. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't I don't if they do it in the future, I don't mind that. But for this next one, I think Spider-Man needs to be more grounded and reground and rebuild himself up, being by himself for the very first time. I think they need to do that
That's
because
fair.
there's talks of them bringing back Toby and Andrew for this one too, and it's like, well, yeah, I mean, makes sense. The previous one made $2 billion at the box office. If you do it again and next maybe bring in Venom, that's a $4 billion film. So I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if that math would math, but yes, it would definitely make a lot of money. So, and speaking of which, because I'm
What?
curious, I want to
Let
personally
us,
ask you
yeah.
this. Yeah,
Are you moving on to the next one? Yeah. So let us know
yeah,
your
because
guys'
I want to
thoughts.
ask you, I want to know. Okay, but yes, let us know your thoughts about Spider-Man 4. Who do you want to see Spider-Man team up with? Anybody. You can say anybody. We can even do like Zendaya meets Shake It Up Chicago meets Tom Holland. We want to hear.
Mm.
Um, okay, now next up.
Challengers crossover.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Fast and Furious 85
Oh gosh.
meets Far, 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 Far from Home and Family. Um, sorry, I just couldn't resist. But so the next topic we're going to talk about is the new Venom: The Last Dance popcorn bucket. Now, I always love these topics because when Austin sends these through via email, I'm always curious what popcorn bucket Austin is going to bring up on the show. And so, question now, Austin, are you going to be buying this Last Dance popcorn bucket?
Well, see, the closest Cinemark to us is like, well, to me now. You moved away. You left me. He left us. He left
It
us.
was not my fault.
Um,
It was not my fault.
Jurassic Park reference. Um, is like all the way in Mesa, isn't there? Like that's the Cinemark, right? It's all the way up in Mesa. I
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see.
It's pretty far. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what AMC does because that's where I've been going for these buckets. AMC sold this. AMC sold the Alien
Oh,
bucket.
fun fact, the only movie theater in my town is Cinemark.
Is it really? Can you buy me the
Yeah.
bucket?
No.
Oh,
When does it come out? I need to go reread the
it
article.
comes the movie comes out like October 25th. So, and
I will go see if I can find the popcorn bucket.
okay, you're gonna but you have to wake up in the morning or they're gone. So,
Is that true?
yeah, because I would never gotten any of this if I didn't wake up at like 10 a.m. to go to AMC. So, I mean, like, AMC, I'm not a big fan of AMC, but their merchandise is just better than Harkins, better than probably most other places. That's the only.
What did you get? What is that? Wait.
Oh, this is the handbook for the recent deceased. It's the Beetlejuice. It's just a bucket. It holds the popcorn. So it's a little metal tin bucket.
Okay. Everybody, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Austin should just do an episode where he goes through all of his collectibles.
I mean,
Drop that in the comments if you want that to happen, because we'd love to see it.
I I do have a lot of stuff. Like I've been keeping all this stuff hidden off of camera because I want it in the background in my video. I just got to work on the background. And until then, no reveals, secret reveals. But
We want to know, this goes beyond the Venom popcorn bucket, but I'm genuinely curious. If you have purchased a popcorn bucket, let us know in the comments. If you have purchased one and you want to share the favorite one that you bought, drop it in the comments. And then if you really want to be nice, you should send it to Austin. If you have extra popcorn buckets, I mean, look at, he's treating it like it's the one ring from Lord of the Rings. Um,
um sorry, that's the thing I do later with the bucket. I mean, moving on to other
what is
topics.
happening? What is happening?
Speaking
Okay, how
speaking
many time? Speaking of that,
Speaking of Deadpool and Wolverine, so Deadpool and Wolverine is going to digital and 4K. So it comes out in digital on October 1st, and next it comes out in 4K on the 22nd of October. So guys, do not buy this movie digitally. This is a great movie. Buy it physically. Support your physical media. And this will show Sony
buy it
because no,
online.
no,
Buy it online.
don't buy it online. If you buy it, if you send me an online receipt, I will hunt you down. No, I don't have those particular
I will
skills, but
personally
I will
say thank
I
you.
will
I will write thank
hire
you cards.
I will hire Liam Neeson to hunt you down because he has the skills. Um,
I thought Liam was taking a break from acting or something, wasn't he?
I don't know. He probably hurt his back over the bad movies that he made.
Not
So
the bad movies.
he has not made a good movie in years, but yeah, buy if you really love this movie and you truly want to own it, buy it on 4K. Buy it on physical, buy the physical release of it because
Or watch it on streaming service and buy it on.
or you can wait for Disney Plus, but that it hasn't there was no Disney Plus release date revealed at in this announcement.
Wouldn't it be on Hulu instead? Because
No,
it's an
because
adult film.
Disney Plus has the adult stuff now.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You just have to add
So
potential.
weird.
I
Yeah, that's
mean,
strange.
it drives more adult people to buy Disney Plus. And I mean, like,
I
there's
think
also the Hulu bundle with Disney Plus that you can just watch Hulu on Disney Plus. So there's that.
if how about we do, if there's 100 people that buy it online rather than physically, Austin will chop off his hair.
What hair? It's all gone. It's
I
all
know it is gone.
yeah.
Never mind.
I'll cut your
Everybody,
hair.
buy. It's going tomorrow, so
Oh,
don't worry. It'll be gone. Um, yeah, just let us know. Let us know if you like physical. Let us know if you like streaming service. Or I think everybody should just, if you're watching this and you've made it this far, go comment physical copies are lame. And then just put that in the comment and let's just flood the comment sections with that. That would be great. I
I'll
would
block
agree.
you. I'll turn off comics.
I don't even have that. So I don't have
Uh,
social media anymore. Drop a follow though if you
you always
don't
go
like
on
social
and
media.
off with social media. You have it and actually don't have it. And
It's kind
it's
of
it's like
like
a
I'm kind of
drug.
like it's kind of like Star Wars writing.
Uh,
Sometimes I have it, other times I don't. Most of the time I'm like, what the heck is
that's
happening?
that's like
Yeah,
Disney.
yeah.
It's like we have money and next we don't have money for some reason, even though we're a multi-million dollar company.
Billion.
S- billion exactly. But yeah, I'll be buying this on 4K. I mean, like they have an interesting steelbook collection where they have Deadpool on one cover, they have Wolverine on another cover. Like they're two separate covers. So that might encourage people to buy two copies to have like a collection edition where like they put two of them together because they do somewhat like connect art wise.
That is kind of cool.
Um, but I don't know. But like because I'm more of a physical owner because like you actually own the movie. Disney won't come into your house and knock you out to steal away your physical media. It's just streaming just has proven over time and time again that they can literally go into the film or show and edit things out. Like one of the biggest arguments I use is the 13 Reasons Why show. Netflix after like a few months or so, they took out Hannah's best scene. Like Hannah still dies in the show, but there were just so many complaints about the scene and how graphic it was that they had to take it out. And so now when you go back and watch that first season, it doesn't hit that much anymore because you don't witness the tragedy. The whole point of the
Yeah.
show is to show how is to show how a big impact that is. And that there's still some form of an impact, but not as big as you would see if you're watching Hannah Beth cut herself open. That's a bad way to put it. Just and so this, the show did a very good job at hammering that home. And I just find that so weird that so many people complained about it when it's very obvious what they're trying to go for. And at the
Yeah.
beginning of every episode and at the end of every episode, they try to say, "Hey, if you're dealing with some mental health issues, go call this number." Like they're very like open about that whole entire and how and like there was disclaimers, but even then people still got offended. But my point being is that the distributor owner can go in and change something or take away something and you're forced to watch what they give you and you don't
Yeah.
have the choice to watch what you want to watch. So yeah,
Which
so
is strange to me,
yeah,
but that's neither here nor there.
yeah.
This is by far the most exciting topic in this entire list. Do you not
What?
agree?
Oh, well, I can't wait to get to this one controversial one that's way down there.
Oh,
So it's a very controversial one. But
this one is not controversial. I'm just gonna say flat out my opinion. Thunderbolts trailer came out what 2 days ago? I think 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
maybe a week ago.
Was it really a week ago? Okay, watched it, loved it. They have excellent cast. I mean, it is a fantastic cast, and it's going to be a great movie unless they absolutely ruin it with horrible writing. There's no way that it's not good.
Possible. I mean, like a lot of people were excited for Thor: Love and Thunder, and that movie turned out to be not very good.
Okay, that
And
was yeah, that was one of the worst movies I think I've ever seen.
and like that movie had good trailers. Like I was
I
excited
mean,
for it.
David Harbour, Florence Pugh,
David Harbour's
Sebastian Stan.
is the one I'm really excited for. Like he's makes
Yeah,
me excited to see this movie.
this is going to be great. And this is one of the first Marvel movies in a while where I've been like, oh, wow, like I actually want to see it based on the trailer.
Yeah.
Um, Also, his arm in the dishwasher, hilarious. I rewatched that like 5 times.
How
Just
did he get his
so
arm
funny.
back? Because of the Guardians special, Rocket stole his arm. Well, no, Nebula stole his arm
Good
and gave it to
question.
Rocket.
I have no idea.
I think
Maybe
I
that'll
don't think they
maybe they'll
care.
describe it.
I think like it's like because there's so many different controversial, not controversial, so many plot holes because like in Guardians Volume 2, Peter Quill's mask gets destroyed and next he suddenly has it back in Infinity War. Simple explanation that he fixed it. That's just, but that I was just making a point like, Marvel has those kind of continuity errors, and so maybe they won't even mention that Guardians of the Galaxy is part of the timeline or whatever. Multiverse, so could work. But yeah, no, I'm looking very forward to this, and I'm curious it's almost this is essentially Suicide Squad for Marvel, and the only one that seems very odd to me, well, actually, two people. It's Taskmaster, which wasn't
Yeah,
I don't really care about, and I think she's gonna die. I don't think she's gonna make it.
really.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna make it because someone actually
Okay.
made a pointed out in the final shot of the trailer where she's walking, like where they're walking together to Lane. I can't remember the actor's name. I'm just gonna call her Lane from Seinfeld. Um, she looked digitally added in, and
Mm,
so like Marvel is very well known to do that. And so maybe it's like a fake out type of situation
yeah.
where she's actually not there. She actually died or she's somewhere else or something. And next this other character named Bob, who is I forget his superhero name. What's his superhero name?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person. He's one of the most powerful ones
Yeah,
ever.
he's Superman from Marvel. And who's actually, I don't mind that. I'm glad to see this actor get more work because it's the actor that was in Top Gun Maverick as Bob as well. His character in that was named Bob too. So good
We need
thing
more
we
Bobs.
need more Bobs. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see like actors from those movies that weren't very. It's like the Glenn Powell situation. I'm glad to see Glenn Powell get work because Glenn Powell wasn't even the biggest. He wasn't even the biggest part of that film, and he's the one getting more projects than uh Miles Taylor, which I don't know what happened to him. He's a good actor. I don't know where he disappeared off to. But yeah. Any other thoughts on will Bucky
No,
be somewhat of a villain to this team? Because he's kind
I,
of after them at some point in the trailer
yeah.
from
No, I don't know. That's what I'm curious about. I'm not going to look up spoilers and I'm not going to look up like rumors. I love to be surprised, especially when it's exciting. And it's Sentry. His hero name is Sentry.
oh,
So
Sentry, that's right. Yes.
it'll be good.
Very, very
Uh,
generic name.
I'm very excited. If you haven't watched the trailer, folks, go watch the trailer, drop a comment after you watch the trailer, and then come back and drop a comment on our video and then say, Dane, Carson, and Austin, you were both right. We
Yeah,
would love to
yeah.
hear it.
Or say that you were wrong and curse at us, one of the two. However you feel.
No, I don't. No, that's okay. You can keep it like yes.
Okay. Um, so we get Captain America 4 in February. It comes out on Valentine's Day, I think. Um, and
I think
we
it's
get
25th or something. It's close.
the 25th. Okay. Next, Thunderbolts in June or July. Is that, or are we getting
I
or
think
are we
it's May. It's May
May?
2nd.
And next,
Yeah.
it's Fantastic Four in July.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Wow, they're dropping those pretty much back to back. Those like they're a couple like months apart, like maybe one or two. And so yeah, big Marvel year for next year and DC. Superman also
Yeah.
comes out in July too. I'm curious to see
Yeah.
how well that does.
It'll be
Um,
interesting.
so yeah, let us know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Moving on to more exciting news like
I'm gonna fall
Alien.
asleep for this one.
Alien. You don't like Alien? What's wrong with you?
No, I was kidding. I'm
Oh,
just gonna have the thing go and shoot out from my chest and surprise you.
ah, ah. I love the Alien Robinson's marketing because they actually used like an animatronic thing to burst out of someone's chest like in public. Like it was kind of actually cool and
So
scarring.
weird. So weird.
I mean, the whole Alien is like designed off sexual things. I don't know how you get. That is like a true like I like the xenomorph was designed off of a penis.
What? What?
Yeah.
People, okay. See, this is why I don't want to talk about Alien. This is very
But
foreign to me.
so
But
Alien's getting a TV show that's coming out next year, and we got it's a teaser. And it really not really that much of a teaser, but it's we got the confirmation that it's coming out next year, and it's called Alien Earth, and it's supposed to be about the I think it's supposed to be about why am I blanking the company's name? The company that was supposed to be on LV like the alien planet. It's about that company, I think the Whaling
oh,
Company. That's what's that
yeah,
company.
okay.
So it's supposed to be about that company. It's supposed to take place on Earth, and most likely there will be a xenomorph in it at some point. But seems interesting because it's exploring a little bit more of the world and the company, and might be taking it almost like a not a horror route, but a drama route.
Yeah.
And next it will drop the alien in there, and next it will become like a horror thing for probably like the final two episodes. I guarantee what's gonna happen. Don't know how many episodes there are, but to like to the finale episode, I guarantee the alien will have like a cliffhanger in it at the end of that episode, and next the final episode will be having the alien going around killing everyone. And so I don't know. I'm curious. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm a big fan of Alien. I'm thinking I played Alien Isolation. Great game. I'm looking forward to the Alien VR that's coming out later this year. So it's a good time to be an Alien fan. And Alien Romulus is great. If you have not seen Alien Romulus in theaters, go watch it. You're missing out. And
If you haven't, like me, don't go see it at all. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna make you watch it one day. I will drive down to wherever you live. I'll find you because I have the set of skills because I'm friends with Liam Neeson. Um, even though I talk
I
crap
love it.
about him a lot. That's
Go,
I
Liam.
yeah. So yeah, go. Let us know your guys' thoughts on. I mean, like, what are your thoughts really on this? I
So
overtalk.
here's the interesting thing. First off, it's not that I don't like Alien, it's that sci-fi films can sometimes be very like, just doesn't interest me. Um, However, I will say when they came out with the Prey TV show, that was an excellent TV show.
Movie.
It was a movie, excuse
Yeah,
me.
I own it on
But it
4K.
was weird because it came out on a streaming platform. Of
Yeah.
course you did, because you like physical
Well,
media.
yeah,
I
but
didn't know that.
I like it that they this is the first time I've seen it. They released something that was a streaming movie and put it on physical. I was like, oh, interesting, cool. And Disney's
Oh,
starting to somewhat
that
do
is
that
interesting.
with their
So
shows.
that's what I think is that if the streaming is good, right? If the streaming service can make a good movie, they should be able to make a good TV show.
Well,
So
and that
I think,
yeah. Like that
yeah,
was
I think
the
it'll be good.
And that was like, Disney's like biggest mistake with Prey is that they realized that they messed up and so they did not make that mistake with Alien Romulus because Alien Romulus was supposed to go straight to streaming. It was going to go straight to Hulu. And then they're like, no, we're not going to pull up Prey. We're going to put this in theaters. And guess what? Aliens making money. Putting it out in theaters
Weird.
is like, the ideal studios.
Why don't they put stuff out in theaters like Acolyte? Ooh, that would be good.
I think it would have lost way more money. I think that would have been a lot more of a failure. But I want to, I'm curious to see releasing like, one episode a week TV shows into theaters might not be a bad idea if it's a really
Yeah.
good TV show.
Oh yeah. Like if they
But it
would have
would,
done that for Game of Thrones, they would have made so much money.
well, and Game of Thrones is like an hour long each for each episode, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like like each episode would mostly have to be like an hour long to encourage people to go out to the theaters
I'm
to see it.
surprised. I'm surprised they don't give people theater experiences for those types,
I think there's a
like a
couple.
marathon.
I think there's
Oh, okay.
some shows that do that, like where they will release the first two episodes in theaters to give word of mouth about the show. Sometimes they do
Hmm.
that if it's like a very small show. Um,
That's cool. I
but
think that's a great idea.
yeah, do it more studios. Do it with the speak. So let do that with Alien, and also let us know your guys' thoughts on Alien. But they should do
Yep,
that
yep.
with The Last of Us season two, which they dropped the trailer for Last of Us season two today. Still don't know much about it. Pretty much my thoughts
Well,
haven't changed about thinking about what it's gonna do.
well,
Um,
I know more about it now, right?
Yeah, you never played the games, do you know? But you know, like the outcomes.
Yes. So
Okay,
we're not going to spoil it in case you haven't seen it.
Joe
But
and
what I
Ellie
will
kiss.
say, this
I
is
mean,
this is this is what I will say about it. We know it's a trailer. We know it's season two,
it's a
and we
really
know
good
it's The
trailer.
Last of Us.
It's a really good trailer. I like the song choice that they made with
I was going to say,
the
did you go
future
look at the
days.
comments? Did you go look at the comments?
No, I did not read the comments on this one. I didn't have time.
Oh, this
I,
season is going to hurt a lot.
oh
If I were
yeah,
to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. Don't do this to us again.
yeah.
So good.
Well, see, and one thing that's been confirmed from Neil Druckmann said he said that there's going to be some changes like they did in season one. They're going to do that in season two and season three. What those changes
It's
are, we're
going to
gonna
be
have to
good.
wait. We're gonna have to wait and see. But the way I think what they're gonna still, I don't see the one thing that people are really worrying about. I don't think we're gonna get that in the first couple of episodes. I guarantee you, either that's gonna be a cliffhanger at the end of the season, or that's where the season or season three will pick up on. Because I guarantee what they're gonna do, they're gonna keep that reveal in the shadows, and it's gonna make you questioning why are we on this adventure? What's going on?
Yeah.
I think that's what they're gonna go for. And so if they do that, then I think that might be a better way for the bombshell that what ends up happening. And I think people might take that way a lot better and they will understand what Neil Druckmann was trying to do in the game. I think this story works better as a show than what the game was because the game because it's because if technically as a game it feels like you're cutting up into pieces and it feels disjointed. As a show, you can make it breathe. You can finally like let it breathe. And so
Yeah.
but the only complaint I can honestly say about this, I don't know if I mentioned this ever in the past. Bella Ramsey as Ellie in this season actually feels like a parody. She feels too young. She looks too young. She's like a Tom Holland. She looks way too young for the character now.
I'm telling you, I think that they're going to pull it out somehow. I really do.
No, I think
But like
I
I
think
said,
that she
we
will be
just saw the trailer.
fine. She will still kill it as the character,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be like it's gonna be like the Ahsoka Tano situation, where they cast a very young Ahsoka, but when it came to the battle of Mandalore, where it was in season like the season seven like finale stuff,
Yeah.
when they remade that in the Ahsoka show, they perfectly cast a young Ahsoka like for before that, but then they didn't cast Ahsoka that would look proper to the time that she should be aged of at that
Yeah.
moment. And it looked slightly off. And that's the same thing with Bella Ramsey as Ellie when they do the 4 year time jump. She's supposed to look really like she's supposed to be like 20, and Bella Ramsey is 20, but she has like a really young baby face type of deal going on. And it just kind of doesn't really work, and I might forget about it when the show comes out when I'm watching it. But there's people
It's going
that
to be
pick.
good.
I mean, like, there's people that picked other fan casts to play. Like, in you can have Belle Ramsey be in the show still, like as a flashback Ellie. Shut up, computer. Why are you doing this? Like, because there's flashbacks in the game, and Bella Ramsey can play that version of Ellie, while this other actor plays the older version of Ellie. Like, you can do that. That would have been the choice I would have gone for if I was a
Yeah.
showrunner on The Last of Us.
No, that makes sense. I think for me, I'm intrigued to see what changes they do make, especially with such strong characters. The actors are just going to be they're going to be
Mhm.
stellar.
Well,
So it'll be good.
The two changes I've seen right away is the person that Joel is talking to, which is she was just in Beetlejuice. Why am I blanking her name? Or her like Kath?
Catherine O'Hara?
Yes, her. She so in the game he was telling Tommy that what he was telling her. So that's a different change. And next, another addition to the show that didn't happen in the game is the herd running after the town. Um,
Okay.
so those are the two big different changes, which I think those are people what suggested could have been an interesting sequence in the game where like, what if the
Yeah.
herd was coming at the town, and like then the town was struggling with the herd. So that would have been so. Those are two big different changes, which could really handle the could really elevate the show. And it's also 6 episodes. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I'm really worried about is that's 3 episodes shorter. So may hopefully that means those episodes are really long and like they're like an hour and a half long, which if that's
Yeah.
the case, great. The HBO Max is usually great with episode lengths and telling great stories. So yeah, any other thoughts?
No, I'm excited. I think it'll be so good.
Mm.
So
All right. So yeah, let us know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Let us know if you agree with my idea of recasting Ellie as like an older version. Because I know like some people actually fan cast the girl that was an alien that played Rain, and she kind of actually does look like an older Ellie. So let us know. Moving on
yeah.
to actual controversial situations is they released the Minecraft movie trailer. This looks terrible.
I don't who got paid to do that? I don't think I've watched the
I
trailer in
see.
forever and been like,
I think they actually. I think everyone part of this movie had some form of blackmail where they had to do it. Every single one, even the director, the editors, just they had dirt on every single person to do this movie. I'll say this. I'll say this. I don't mind how the Minecraft world looks. I actually don't mind that. I think the actual world itself looks fine and looks pretty
yeah,
good. But having real
it's that
people, it's the real people that I have the issues with. And that's the
yeah, it
problem
was
when it
like, what the
comes,
heck happened?
yeah. Well, see, what they're doing is pulling off a Smurf situation where the fake world and the real world intertwine, and like so you have both. And I hate that. I hate whenever movies do that. Like I never liked it. It's cheap ass writing. It never works. Um, but then you have Jason Momoa in a weird wig. It doesn't. I don't know why you got Jason Momoa to play some form of. I don't know what he's doing in that. So I don't know.
Okay. Okay. When it pulled up, I was like, and the sheep, what the heck?
Yeah.
I it's so bad. It's and then Jack Black like appears out of
Well,
nowhere.
and
I don't
yeah, and the fire effects behind them look even worse. Like those fire effects are awful that are behind them.
yeah, I
Like
don't know why they did that. It was so bad.
it's
I'm so mad.
it's George Lucas Star Wars prequel bad. It doesn't look good, and so I don't know. Maybe that and this is like one of the worst trailers I've ever seen.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
It
copyright,
was
copyright.
no. It was playing. I went to click on it so I could play
Uh,
it because I was curious. When you said the fire looked bad in the background, I went to play it.
yeah,
So funny.
and it
It's
does look
bad.
bad. Yeah,
It's bad. It really does.
but the world looks cool. I like the world. But and actually, like and after all this, like there's fan editions of the trailer coming out with like like the Minecraft brick characters. But though, and
Yeah.
people are like, see, this looks way better. This is the one I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. No, it doesn't.
Hmm.
Because I guarantee you this movie's making all close to $1 billion. I guarantee it.
It'll probably make, yeah, it'll make a lot of money.
And that's because, and people are going to get mad I'm saying this, but that's just a true fact. And the fan trailers that people have been putting out, I understand like fans will be happy about that. Like fans would go out and support something like that, but the normal movie going audiences will not
Yeah.
because that will not click to them. They will have the reaction that the fans are having of like, what the hell is this? Why are there
Yeah.
brick people? What is this? And so I think it could have been fine if they I think this movie's gonna make I'm not saying this movie's gonna be good, but this movie's gonna make $1 billion, close to it, like Mario, unfortunately. And maybe it'll come out being good, and this is just a terrible trailer because this is not a very good trailer in general. And because none of the jokes were really funny. And like, the girl was calling Jack Black a tool bag when he just said his name. I was like, what? Why are you calling him a tool bag? Like it doesn't make any sense. And so
And so it is going to be something. I
this
The comments alone are so entertaining.
this might be a movie that I could maybe enjoy by laughing at it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this really. It's not very good. And Minecraft is one of those isn't it the highest grossing game of all time? Didn't it sell like the most
I think it is.
copies of
Yeah.
all time? So if you don't think this movie is not making $1 billion, it's going to make $1 billion because you, as the what's the word I'm looking for? Suspicious person is best way I can use it.
Yeah.
Uh, you're going to go out and see it
Yeah.
because you're going to go see it to know to have your official opinion, so then you can say if it's bad, and you're going to give the studio the money that they want, unfortunately.
Oh, yep. And you know
So
what's going to happen.
yeah. And so if you don't want this movie to do well, don't go see it. Let me go watch it, and I'll tell you if it's bad or good. Let me be the one to suffer. Let me be your guinea pig. So
Yeah.
let us know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section below on this trailer.
Yep.
Most
I'm
likely you're
curious.
most likely you're going to say you don't like it, which is valid. That's fair. But there every once in a while there'll probably be someone saying like, I like it. It's actually funny. So let us know in the comment section below. So this next topic happened last month. We talked about a lot of stuff last month that
We did talk.
it wasn't going to
We
make it
cover
in
it
there.
all. We cover it all.
We cover it all, even death, unfortunately.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
so Jurassic World 4's title got revealed, and it's called Jurassic World Rebirth, which is
Mhm.
like, was one of the leaks that came out about it, which is way better than some of the rumors like called Jurassic City, which was just
Oh, so bad.
terrible.
What they should
Um,
have done is they should have done Jurassic like
Failure.
playground because instead of park, a playground park. No, anybody else?
Someone else actually made that joke of someone that I watch, and I'm like, that actually sucks. But you're making a joke. You're making a joke, but he actually was being serious in that video that I watched, and I'm like, no,
Sad.
that's a terrible trailer. That's a terrible title. Rebirth is way
Very
better than
sad.
that. So, but so that was one of the things that was dropped. We got some set photos with Mahershala Ali, who is not filming Blade, unfortunately, right now. He's filming Jurassic World instead. At least the man's getting work. And so, and actually, you have a picture of Scarlett Johansson, like in like these cornfields. And who's the guy next to her? I can't. What's his name? Jason Bolan, I think is his name.
Jonathan Bailey.
Oh no, Jonathan Bailey. That's where he is. Okay.
Oh, I was he.
I was
Okay,
looking at something else. I don't know who he is. I
we
haven't seen him in much.
so there's a few things that I'm very excited about for this movie just because of Jonathan Bailey, obviously Scarlett Johansson, obviously,
Yeah,
and Gareth Edwards. Gareth Edwards is a fantastic director.
I did not like. Oh, I mean, I thought the creator was okay, but that world looked amazing for $100 million budget film. Amazing
I know
CGI.
it's going to be
So
good.
that's the
Um,
one thing I
Gareth Edwards wrote Rogue One, directed Rogue One.
yeah. Yeah. So, I'm trying to find the script, like the synopsis of this film in this article real quick because they dropped it. They dropped some lines of it. So, okay, here we go. So, this is what the synopsis of the film is. Set in the same world established by writer director Colin Trevorrow,
Mhm.
terrible writer. A reality in which humans and dinosaurs live side by side. Jurassic World Rebirth takes place 5 years after the events of Dominion. So that's the one of the big uh, questions before this came out, is that people were wondering, is this going to be a prequel or is this going to take place after Jurassic World Dominion? It's taking place after Jurassic World Dominion. A little worrisome, but the synopsis actually makes me slightly excited because I didn't like dominion at all. So um, this is where I kind of get somewhat excited. Given that our planet has changed so much over the last 65 plus million years, the ec ecology, how do you say that word?
Ecology.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
how you
you were
say
right.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ecology of, or I always question myself when I read. All of Earth, proving rather in hospital. I don't know that word. Uh,
Hospitality.
oh,
Hospitable.
hospital. Okay. For the gi giant lizards and escape Lockwood established is Lockwood Estate at the end of Fallen Kingdom. Those remaining exist in island isolated equalite environments with climates resonating res you
For
read it.
which one? Sorry.
You read it.
The which one?
Those
Which part?
remaining the rest of that paragraph at least the after Fallen Kingdom because I can't
After
read
Fallen Kingdom.
because I
Wait.
can't
No,
read
you're
it.
good. Those remaining exist in isolated equatorial environments with climates resembling the one in which they once thrived. Reads the synopsis provided by Universal. The three most colossal creatures within that tropical biosphere hold the key to a drug that will bring miraculous life-saving benefits to humankind.
So
So
this is
Hanson
where
leads. Oh, sorry.
that's all you got to read. That's
Okay, okay.
thank you for reading though.
Of
So
course. Hey,
that
everybody, that's what I get paid for.
yeah,
I don't
I
get
don't
paid.
no, I don't pay you. Like how some other people don't pay me. But this is where I get excited because this synopsis basically says, hey Trevorrow, screw your idea. We're gonna go somewhere else. The
I
dinosaurs being released in the mainlands. Fuck you. Your idea was stupid. We're killing off the dinosaurs now.
I think it's going to be a good film.
No,
I think that it's good that
this
they took a different approach.
no, because the way that Jurassic World Dominion left us saying like, "Oh, dinosaurs are cool. It's
Yeah.
fine. You can live with them. No consequences or anything." It's not Henry Rue. He's all acquitted from charges. It's not like he caused the end of the world practically. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. This
Only a little
actually,
bit.
yeah, this actually fixes it because it's almost like the. And what one thing that also makes me excited about this movie is that the original writer of the first two films is coming back to write this.
Yeah.
Um, this is essentially like I, I'm blanking the thing that keeps them alive in the first one. I forget the thing. There's this thing that they have to constantly give the dinosaurs to keep them living. So if they don't give them, they would die in the first one. You remember? And like they made it clear in the second one that like they somehow don't need that thing anymore. I'm blanking it.
You mean like from the ember
They it's like almost
or
like
the
a
amber?
what did they have to give dinosaur hold on. Why are dinosaurs alive in the Lost World? I'm gonna look up the real word for it because uh Ludlow uh intends to exploit the what was the I
I
forget
don't
the
know,
word.
isn't it?
I forget the word. I don't know what the word is. Uh what's keeping the dinosaurs alive in Jurassic Park? So, oh, here we go. L Lysin, Lysine,
Lysine? Is that how you
lysine.
say it?
I think so. That's the thing that they had to keep giving the dinosaurs to keep them alive, or if without that they would die. So
Yeah.
it's a similar situation with this, um, but it's actually real world climates because where the because like so they're now like very like according to Jurassic World Dominion, they cloned the dinosaurs very close to their original DNA. So if that's the case, that means the dinosaurs have to live in a certain climate change, which is very different from what we live now to this day. And the closest thing is around the equator. So that fixes a lot of things. That means a lot of the dinosaurs that were released into the main world after Lost World have most likely died unless they are in that certain zone. And so,
for sure.
which sets you into a certain area. Now, this and like there's set photos that also leaked or that leaked out that involve like some form of temples, which is very interesting. I'm curious to see what they do with that. But I don't know what the this where is it? Um, they're looking for some form of DNA. Is that what you said? That's saving humankind. I'm trying to find.
Correct. They're looking for medication or medicine.
Oh, yeah. I'm curious what they're looking for that will help humankind. That's one thing. So there's a little bit of synopsis of Jurassic World Rebirth. Any thoughts on that, or like throwing away the idea of what Trevorrow did?
I mean, the whole point is to do something different, right? And
Yeah,
so anytime
a
writers,
course correction, basically.
screenplay can do, yeah. And I think with Scarlett Johansson, you're gonna really have to mess it up to make it bad. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, if anything, she's probably a producer on this, I think. So she will have some form of saying on what they will do and not to do.
Yeah,
And it'd be kind of cool maybe if they get Chris Pratt to come back in the future, have them like two Marvel people and be in the same movie once again. That could be interesting. Make Chris Pratt actually cool again and not just the hand guy and just putting. And actually, if, what you can do is make a joke out of it. If he puts his hand in front of a dinosaur again, just have the dinosaur eat his hand and be like, "Okay, I'm never doing that again." Just like that was dumb. That was dumb, Colin. Why would you ever do that?
yeah.
So, but yeah. Let us know your guys' thoughts on Jurassic World Rebirth. Are you
I want to
excited?
hear.
Are you not? Or I mean, hey, this each film from Jurassic in the Jurassic at least World franchise, each film has made $1 billion, so it makes sense for them to keep making more.
Which is kind of crazy, not gonna lie.
Yeah, and like you have the Jurassic World Netflix shows as well, which are just not good. But this is practically this is all that Universal's got. I mean, they're done with Fast and the Furious. They can't make eight more of those. So this is all that Universal got when it comes to franchises, unless there's something I'm forgetting what they have. I don't think they have much besides DreamWorks, so Shrek. Yeah. So let us know your guys' thoughts. Moving on to gaming news. So PlayStation had a state of play this previous Tuesday. And the week before that, they revealed it was a couple weeks ago where they revealed the PlayStation Pro,
Which is
which
interesting.
which was no difference from the PlayStation. If you have a PlayStation right now, it's no different from the one that you had. And I'll
Wait,
also
yes, it is. It's so
no
different.
no, it's not. If you look into the hertz and all that garbage, it's not very different.
I know, I'm kidding.
NX, they also revealed like a 30th anniversary edition of both versions of the consoles, like the standard edition and the
Yeah.
PS5 Pro edition. Which, by the way, scalps according to today, scalps all got that because apparently pre-orders went up for those. All gone. Scalps have them
Wait, which ones? Which
for
ones?
the
Sorry.
for the 30th anniversary console version of the PlayStation 5, where it looks like the PS1. So scalps have all those, and they're selling them on like eBay or whatever for $5,000. Stupid, dumb, 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 dumb. This is
Okay.
why buying things on digital is a joke. Never buy anything on the internet. Go in stores and actually buy it.
I didn't realize that that even came out. Oopsie.
Well, see, the thing is, I thought they're waiting on doing selling that, but no, they just they did. I didn't even know that they did pre-orders. But we're gonna talk about the PlayStation State stuff. See what they revealed. Some stuff. So at least the big ones. that jumped out to me was trying to find it. Lego Horizon Adventures, which seems interesting. I've never seen Lego do an adaptation of a game. They usually do like movies type of IPs almost if it's like adaptations. This is the first time ever I've seen them do an adaptation of a game in Lego form.
Yeah,
This could be cool. I played the first one. I never finished it, but I played the first Horizon. It's all right, not bad. Looks like a beautiful world. Um, and this could be a fun way to explore it in a different way. Which speaking of the first Horizon, that's another thing that they announced is Horizon Zero Dawn remastered, which I don't know why you need to remaster this one. When did the Horizon Zero Dawn come out? Like 2018?
oh gosh, yeah, probably. That's a good, yeah, I think so.
No, I don't get why you need a remaster. I that's the whole this generation of
Yeah,
consoles been. It's just remasters and remakes. That's all this has been. And live service bullshit. This has been the one that people have been excited for the most. Is Ghosts of Yodi? Is that how you say it? I think that's how you say it.
yeah.
Which is essentially a sequel spin-off to Ghost of Tsushima, which I played a little bit of too. Amazing graphics, amazing combat styles. So this is what people are really looking forward
I
to.
think it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be really cool. Also, I'm gonna send you this before I forget, Austin.
All right, send it to me.
They're releasing the controller at least on the November 21st.
Oh, I'll buy the controller. I'm not buying a full-on console though.
Yeah,
That
so
that's cool.
there's still opportunity to get it.
Yeah, that's a cool controller. Um, but I don't know much about this world. I don't know if there'll be like a John Wick situation where John Wick will like it's John Wick or like the character from the Ghost of Tsushima might make a cameo in it. Speaking of John Wick, trailer for
Yeah,
Ballerina dropped today too. But we're not talking about that. We're not talking about John Wick. Screw John Wick. He's gets enough talk as it is. So there's that. And it's funny when this trailer dropped during this showcase, like a day later, um, Ubisoft delayed their Japanese Assassin's Creed game to next year, and
that's kind of crazy. I can't believe they delayed it.
they got scared. People, they're saying that they got scared, and but it's like if they got scared, why would they want to delay it to the same year that this game's coming out? So it doesn't really make any sense. But maybe it's competition. Maybe Ubisoft really believes in this game and they want to have the competition going up against PlayStation and this game. Maybe. But Ubisoft has not been doing great at all. Star Wars Outlaws. I mean, what? That is we're not talking about that. Um,
No, they have a lot of cool stuff coming up. I'm so excited.
yeah. I mean, and Sonic X, which is if you guys don't know, Keanu Reeves is supposed to be playing Shadow in the new Sonic movie, and he's actually voicing Shadow. Did I say Sonic in this new Sonic movie? He's playing Shadow in the Sonic movie. But he's also going to be playing Shadow in the Sonic game universe too, which is kind of interesting. Good for him getting work. I guess he did a really good job. I guess the producers or something really liked his performance. So he's getting more work as Shadow in the Sonic universe in the game wise.
Yeah,
Um, but that's pretty much it from what I see, at least what I find interesting. Any other announcements that you think?
I don't think so. I'm doing more lurking and searching to see. I was reading up everybody about the 30th anniversary because it's super cool.
Hmm. Hitman's coming out on PlayStation VR 2, so that's cool. I might pick that up and play that because I always wanted to play the Hitman VR games. Fortnite controller. You guys love Fortnite still, right? Get yourself a Fortnite controller. Oh, that's funny. Um, no, that's all I see. The Lake House, it's a Alan Wake 2 expansion. Um, some of these new PlayStation covers, that PlayStation white Chrome color looks good. I might pick up that white controller.
It is kind of cool.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. That's all gaming wise. Every once in a while, I want to talk about games, like we talk about like the Indiana Jones game that's coming out this year. So but that's pretty much that's everything that we got to talk about here today. Unless there's other news that you want to mention real quick.
No, I think for me, it's what other cool stuff is coming out and people dropping comments. I love when people drop comments. I think it's so cool.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. So let us know your guys' thoughts on these topics. Like always, you guys do come out and support. Sorry, I'm a little tired. It's almost midnight at the time of recording this. So yeah, you guys come out and support.
I know.
Make sure to pick up some Dubby. Use the code A Crawford 005 whenever you buy something. And if you guys are listening to this on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, thank you very much. You guys can also check us out on the review show on YouTube. I have movie reviews, TV show reviews, commentaries, and you can watch the video version of this. Maybe more interesting for you. I have no idea. But yeah, like always, thank you, Carson, for joining me. Like always, thank you guys very much for watching. And like always, we'll see you
Thanks,
guys
everybody.
in the next review. Bye, guys.